Hello, welcome to Manga Talk, the manga podcast where we read a lot of manga, one volume at a time. I'm Kyle, the otaku husband.
And I'm Matt.
And this week we're reading Volume 2 of Tegami Bachi. Alright. So, any thoughts before we get into this awesomeness?
It's good. Pick it up and read it.
Yeah, definitely. And first off, when we open the volume, I love that they have the color page up from the last volume when Niche becomes Lag's dingo.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
Yeah, it's very beautiful and no dip in quality in the art department.
None at all.
No,
Some kind of, because normally it's in black and white and everything, and so whenever you see something in color, it's like, oh, not how I envisioned that, but that still looks really good.
Yeah,
I imagined more like darker purples and whatnot, and no,
it's it's very lighter purples actually.
Yeah, very white, very light purple.
Sorry, but thank you.
I figured because with Niche, her whole thing is her hair is the golden sword or whatever. So yeah. I figured she would have blonde hair, but she kind of has more like platinum hair.
But in the anime, the hair is like brightly blonde.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, in the anime it's just like bright blonde, and so like Lag is like pure like white.
Yeah, it makes sense.
More than a silverish color.
Yeah.
But like this is in manga, this is rare, mind you, to have even a page in the tankobon release to be printed in color.
Oh.
Like very few manga do this. Like I'm gonna name just a couple offhand here. The sequel to Saint Seiya, like the entire manga is pretty much printed in color.
Oh, that's really rare.
Yeah, that's even rare. And a Digimon Adventure V-Tamer 01, like a couple pages per volume is actually done in color as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know that's always like the thing, like what is it, like the top 3 manga, or like the first 3 manga in like one of like the like Shonen Jump's like manga releases, like the top 3 are the first page at least is in color, and then it like goes into like regular. But that's the only thing that I know that's ever like been colored.
Well, in the magazine they do that. Like they'll do a color page for like.
I'm ashamed I couldn't remember the word magazine.
Yeah, in magazines they'll do that. They'll do it for the more popular manga. That they'll do a color page, or for like whatever's on the cover that week. You know, what I mean, they'll do color pages.
Right.
But very rarely they'll do color in a tankobon release. Though very rarely they'll do color on the inside.
No.
This must be something that Hiroyuki Asada had to fight for, you know.
He really. Sorry, I'm pouring myself a drink. You can hear.
It's all right.
So yeah, it's in color. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, the color is always beautiful in this manga. And then we're seeing some stuff that written things about people's hearts.
More like world building, lore building kind of.
We're just going off of more. Yeah, exactly. More world building for the manga. And let's see. And yeah, we're gonna get into volume 2, which is Letter to Jiggy Pepper, is the subtitle for this volume.
Chapter 3, Part 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
The chapter immediately opens up to a new party member being
added. Yeah, Steak.
Yeah, good old Steak.
Who I just
like weird monster beast looking thing with a fabulous mustache.
He's got the best French mustache ever.
It's adorable for something that's 90% mouth.
Yeah, literally. I wonder how this thing's biology works. Like, is it mouth? Is it all mouth and very little internal organs, or like, where does it go?
Apparently, it's really bad at eating things because it keeps trying to, but to no avail.
Yeah, I know. It tries to eat lag.
Yeah. So Lag starts asking what it is. Niche
calls it food.
Yeah, because he'd taste bad if you didn't cook it.
Like, but that's fine. But why do you call him Steak? Because he didn't taste. He cooked.
And then Lag picks him up and is like looking at him, and Nisha's all like, "Hey, be careful with that." And then it opens up, and you realize that it is 90% mouth and teeth. Yeah,
I know. It's like, ugh.
It is literally a mouth with eyes, ears, and legs.
Yeah, it's like probably barely any little thing. And then they notice this nice looking church that's been built there in this town. And now they're now in the town called Kirei. Or Kairei. I think it's Kirei.
Also known as the Dead End.
The Dead End town, yeah. It's the bridge to Usari. It's close to the bridge to Usari where they have to be at.
It's the reach before going to the Usari, the capital. Usari is the capital, right?
No, Akatsuki is the capital.
All right, Usari is just like the capital area. The rich wealthy area.
Yeah, because there's three big sections. There's like there's Akatsuki, Yodaka, and Usari. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
Akatsuki is where all the rich people, and that's where the capital is.
Okay.
Yeah. And everybody, and then we hear this name called Jiggy Pepper. They're like, there's this girl that pops up that wants to
Hey, it's a kid, okay?
Well, this kid, who is a girl?
Spoilers, man. We haven't gotten to the big reveal yet.
I know, but this person wants to give a letter to this person called Jiggy Pepper who's at the beehive in Usari, apparently. She stops his carriage and asks the letter B that's there. And the letter B says like Jiggy Pepper is a bee specialized express deliveries. Like, and he's basically saying like,
he'll be here eventually.
Yeah, he'll be here eventually. Just give it to him then. And it's like, and she's just, and this person is just tired about waiting for this shit. You know what I mean? Because every letter B that's told her, like, just keep waiting.
Well, they can't send it because they can't. The letter B. Bees that she talks to can't take the letter because it doesn't have it only has the address on it. It doesn't have the appropriate letter B stamp on it. But those stamps are ridiculously expensive, so nobody has them.
Yeah, you're right. It's ridiculously expensive to deliver it, and it's hard to deliver something to another letter B.
Yeah.
Too. So like it's understandable, but I can understand why she's pissed off about it too.
Yeah. We got a letter to deliver, and these letter B's aren't delivering it.
Yeah. I hate that with the mail, too. I mean, when I got shit delivered, they said it's overpriced delivery. I'm like, fuck.
I don't remember the last time I had to do something through the mail, so it's all about, and these letter B's got to get with the times.
Like, I don't know, whenever I have to deal with DHL, yeah, I mean, in the past, that's always bugged me. Because when I buy manga on Amazon Japan, their only shipping service is DHL. And, sometimes I bought, and they used to always miss my house. So
you just gotta go to the local bookstore, your local manga shop, and just pick it up.
Yeah, but
you know, all the manga shops scattered throughout America.
You mean the one Kinokuniya that's all the way in New York City?
I mean, bookstore that has like a shelf of manga.
See, Matt, but I only buy them in Japanese.
Well, you have higher standards than most people.
Yeah, I guess so. I probably do. But anyways, we see this dead end town is. It's not very. It's very poor. It's a very poor town.
Yes, as Niche are walking through it, they find one old lady selling apples, and I think that's about it. Oh, that's not true. They did sitting on the steps to the church.
Yeah, asking them to buy apples. And Lag asked the person that we saw earlier that asked what date it is, and they say it's the 30th at what time it is at 3 p.m.
But it's the 30th of what month?
Yeah,
what is the cosmetology of this world?
Yeah, I know. We don't know
cosmology.
Yeah, we don't know what the time like it's 3 p.m. and it's like, but it's kind of hard when your whole world is like a perpetual night.
Yeah,
it's completely nighttime. So I mean,
but it's perfectly okay because Lig still has time to get to his meeting.
That's true, he does. And I just love how just in the panel, like Lag just looks overly happy.
Yep. He's a very polite
little boy. But
ever since they find Steak, like pretty much every panel that you see Lag, you see Steak just in a small little corner with just this, like, you know, his magnificent mustache and perpetual frown.
Yeah. It's so nice. He's best character.
He's adorable.
He is.
There's a plushie of him somewhere. There has to be.
I think there actually is a Steak plushie. I'll have to look for it later. So they're gonna try to go to the bridge and make it by tomorrow so they can get to the meeting.
But they have more than enough time left. So Lag wants to have a fair like an actual like meal and stay at an inn, which Niche does not know what an inn is.
Like, what's it? She's like, what's an inn? An inn. and then we see the person ask, like, did you just say we're gonna cross the bridge? And they're like, yeah.
Like, you can't do it. Oh, you probably have some kind of like black market counterfeit thing. Like, you can't get through with that. It's right here. I got the pass and everything.
Yeah, I know. It's just like Lag is somewhat innocent.
Somewhat. He's 100% innocent.
Yeah, he's very innocent, and he literally shows the person the pass, and
yeah, his pass with hieroglyphics printed all over it.
Yeah, we don't know what the language is here.
It's the letter B language. I don't know.
Yeah, but we do find out what the currency is here later, though.
Yes, I believe it's Rin.
Yeah, the currency is Rin in this world. Like you were asking about that last episode too. We did this. Like, what is the currency of this world?
Well, you finally find out that it's Rin, and what do you know? A currency in a Japanese manga called Rin sounds a lot like the Japanese currency of yen. Oh man.
Yeah, and like hell, it's not like the manga Bay Stars where it's animals living in a Japan America like place, but they still use the Japanese yen as the currency.
Why change what's not broken?
Yeah, you're right. It's just easier to calculate, I guess. And Lag and Nietzsche introduce themselves, and she's like, and this is Steak, and just Steak looks just like,
bleh. I imagine that's just what he makes all the time, just bleh. This is where you first see that Niche starts getting real mad because
about that Lag's is not referring to her as his dingo.
Yeah, Lag just calls her Niche, but he never says that she's his dingo.
That's kind of a conflict throughout this volume. Like
that's like kind of the main. I wouldn't say the main thing. Kind of like a subplot.
Yeah, there's
Niche trying to get Lag to recognize her as his dingo, but Lag's
a little. Well, his innocence. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, he doesn't refer to people as titles. He refers to them as being their friend. But Niche doesn't know what that means.
Yeah, his innocence doesn't. Him wanting to protect a younger girl. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Even though she is like the most powerful, probably one of the most powerful beings in this world.
Powerful creature ever to exist.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm assuming. Like, she's a child of Maka or something. I'm assuming she's like, that's like, Maka is some kind of like demon or something, or it's like she's somehow like she has like Gaichu blood or something like that flowing through her.
Yeah, that would be interesting actually, if that were the case. Yeah, I mean, because she could stand her own against them things. Yeah, I mean, them Gaichu.
She's got the hair blade tentacles. She's got the giant furry claws on her arms. Like, I think she's clearly half demon. So the demon blood's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And then we find out this person's name is Neri, and that she's going to show them to the way to the inn.
This is where Neri blamed his nickname town, because if you're trying to get into the capital, this is where you stop for most people.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're about to go to the, yeah, exactly. She explains that. And Kiri's other name is Dead End, the Dead End Town, she says.
Yeah.
And then we find out, yes, this is the part where we find out about the currency of this world, called Rin.
And the fact that in this town specifically, it's 7 Rin per person to stay at this inn.
Yeah, 7,000 Rin.
Pets count as people, so they have to be paid for as well.
Yeah, so, hey, they have to hide Steak.
Yeah.
They gotta sneak. They gotta sneak the
most
Steak in.
Ingenious way possible.
Wear him as a hat.
Yeah, Steak tries to eat Rin, and it looks like a giant weird hat.
Yeah, Steak tries to eat Niche, and
the innkeeper does not see through it and comments on what an interesting looking hat she has.
And it's clear, and Steak is clearly wagging his tail.
It's clearly a monster trying to eat her, but I guess stranger things happen in this world.
Well,
giant mechanical bugs popping out of the ground.
Well, I think why Steak hasn't completely consumed Maka, she probably used hockey. I'm just gonna use One Piece logic, and she probably used
just keep that One Piece garbage out of here. This is a Okay, do not corrupt Lag's innocence with your One Piece bullcrap.
I'm sorry, Lag Seeing. Because everybody likes to refer to Lag as his last name. But
Yes.
both his first and last name.
Ragu Shing.
And now they're gonna go up to the room, and then we find a mysterious person on the leather chair with a bird.
With a hawk, a very menacing looking
hawk, yeah. And he asks Lag, where is he from? And yeah, we know that Lag's from Cozabel, and when it was brought up,
country bumpkin.
Yeah, he's basically a country bumpkin from Yodaka, apparently. And we don't know who this guy who's sitting here with his menacing bird.
But he does say that he was going to the exhibition tent in the town from the previous where Niche was, and but he went there to see the
child of Maka.
But she was not there. The exhibition down, so he didn't get the chance. He wanted to buy her or buy it. He doesn't know what it is exactly, but he wanted to buy it, but he never got the chance. And then you see Niche using her powers to kill a butterfly flying through the air.
Like, yeah, just in the just in the background, like. It's that point where it's like, act natural, and all of a sudden...
Oh, a butterfly! Die!
Yeah, it's pretty much like... It's when you tell people to act natural, and they go on all fours and act like a cow, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just more impressed by the fact that this guy doesn't notice this right here and there.
Yeah, exactly. That he's like, he doesn't read the room. And see, though, that's clearly the child of Maka.
Yeah, but Lag manages to from it and from the conversation and go off to their room. While I guess Neri says that she's going to take up their bags.
Yeah, and then Lag and Nietzsche are having a conversation about her that Lag's worried about her, and like
he says probably the most stupidest thing I would imagine. He's an innocent kid that doesn't know nothing, but he wants to take Niche when he becomes a letter B. He wants to take Niche back to his aunt's house and have his aunt look after her.
Yeah,
because the letter B's job is so difficult, so dangerous. He doesn't want Niche. He doesn't want to put a little girl in that situation, despite the fact that the little girl in question is half fucking demon.
Yeah, who is probably the second most powerful being in this world, next to probably Lag.
Yes, like he just saw in the previous chapter, she wasn't able to kill it, but she decapitated a Gaichu in one swift move. Like,
yeah.
She's clearly a worthwhile partner, but you know,
it's the partner you tamed the easiest way possible.
Yeah, you gave her pants.
You made her wear pants. You tamed this little girl. That just sounds weird. Oh my god! Just now hearing that coming out of my mouth,
it's a very when you really think about it, this entire situation is just weird. But,
he tamed this demon child in the easiest way possible, and he's gonna give that up? No, you're. I'm sorry, Lag, but I love you, but you are a dummy,
a big fat dumb.
Yeah, like,
and this is where you see the first the first hurdle in their friendship or partnership, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
where Niche is like says keep her safe and everything, and Niche obviously gets mad, starts thrashing her hair tendrils around, and does the unthinkable. She takes off her pants. And throws them on the ground.
He's like, Nate, stop it! And she runs.
Yeah. Before saying the most important phrase, you're an idiot.
You're an idiot! Like Baka!
I was waiting for, like, the karate chop.
Like the Miss Piggy, Kurt the Frog karate chop.
Yeah.
Type of thing. I was waiting for that to kind of happen, but it doesn't happen. And then we find out with Neri just stole their shit.
Yeah, Lag runs back. Rare bird hunter man.
Hunter man.
Yeah, bird hunter man. If he saw her at all, and then he basically reveals it's like, oh yeah, that kid with your bag and stuff, they just left.
Yeah, it's like he's just basically he stole your shit, boy. Like she stole your shit, boy.
And Lag comes out and is all like, if you saw it, why didn't you do anything? And the guy's just like, kid, you're in an entirely different town. Like, you shouldn't just trust people.
Yeah, exactly. You should. Yeah, it just shows how naive Lag is about the world a bit. You know, like most kids are. You know what I mean? Even at his age of 12, you know what I mean? Going on their journey alone as 12-year-olds do.
Excuse me. Yeah, you know, being big bakas.
Yeah. Being all big bakas and being naive to the world. You know what I mean? And this guy just sets him straight a little bit.
Like, this is the real world, kid. You can't be dumb.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He tells Lag that the kid usually hangs out at the church, so Lag heads off over there while the guy notices Niche carrying steak into the kitchen area.
And she's about to cook him.
Throws him right into a pan. He looks so sad, despite the fact that he could obviously get up and run away, but he just sits there on his side in the frying pan.
Yeah, and then he gets up from the frying pan. He has a tear in his eye. Like, aww.
He looks so sad. Like Niche sets him on the fire and says, like, listen up, steak. I'm mad, so I'm hungry. So you have to be eaten.
You were emergency food rations, no more. You are now food.
I'm going to eat you, steak. Can you do your best and cook up nicely?
Oh my god. Oh, and he's got a little tear in his eye.
He's so terrible. He's so sad.
It is so sad. No. Poor steak. I think he
I'm
might
not gonna lie. When I first read through this, I was just like, "Oh God!" Like this creature is just so fucking stupid. Like, are they just going to kill it off? It's like, no, he's going to be a partner that they keep forever.
Yeah, he's a partner. He's a steaky partner in life.
So moving on from that.
And then Neri holds up the boarding pass. And she says, just a little bit longer, narrow. And
she's gonna cross the bridge, but Lag shows up at the last minute.
He says, Neri, give it back.
It's mine.
And she's like, shit, kid, I didn't take your money or nothing.
Yeah, it's just your pass to get into the letter B's. Like, what's your problem?
Like, yeah, what's the big deal? It's like, my bag. He's like, my bag. Like, and my crossing permit. And it's like shit, kid, give it up.
Yeah, and even Neri even says, "Don't call me Neri because starting today I'm Lag." And then
Lag,
no, you can't do this. And then that's when Neri pulls out her boot knife. You know when shit's getting serious when the boot knife comes out.
And then we cut back to Niche sniffing the air and steak still in the pan.
Sweating, being very scared. And, of course,
That thing could eat a whole person.
Yeah, and have tasted Lag's blood, twice? And so clearly she is able to sniff the scent of his blood.
She can
maybe like a couple blocks away through
through what is essentially concrete and stone buildings.
Yeah, naturally, as small little
demon girls do. You know what I mean?
And but yeah, so she heads off as soon as that happens.
Yeah,
leaving steak to burn in the pan.
In the pan. You're gonna let your steak get overdone. Well, I don't think she likes her steak medium rare. You know what I mean? I think she likes her steak well done.
Fine with eating stuff that's. Maybe she does like it rare.
Hey, maybe. Who knows? But now and then it cuts back to the scene where Neri and Lag have a standoff. You know what I mean? And she's saying she needs that ticket to go to Usari. She needs it real bad. Yes. And she's covered up a mistake for a little boy. You know what I mean? Made. And we don't know who this little boy is until a little bit. And Lag's like, I'm going to Usari and become a letter B.
And then this is when Neri
shows her distaste for letter B.
Shows the rest of the town, really, where she decides to... she reveals her whole... where she has a letter written by her younger
brother,
who's now dead.
Her deceased brother.
Dead for the past 2 years. 2 years he's been dead now. And her brother wrote this letter for Jiggy.
For Jiggy Pepper.
And she's been trying to get the letter into his hands so that he can read the disappointment in her younger brother, because her and her younger brother looked up to Jiggy Pepper, and Jiggy Pepper left the town to become a letter B of his own, and left the town behind and forgot about them, and so
and then and we find out this Jiggy guy doesn't seem to be such a bad guy, but he a lot of people in this town feel like he abandoned this town.
He walked away and just left them all here. And this is where Neri shouts out to everybody and says that she has the crossing permit, and she's going to go find Jiggy. And then you start seeing a mob wood, basically, and Neri turned Lag, and it's all this is what these are all the people that traitor left behind.
And she blamed Jiggy for Nero's death, her brother Nero's death.
Yeah.
And thanks to you, this letter can finally be delivered, and she wants to bring the letter. She really wants to wants to get back
Jiggy to read
this letter
of her brother's disappointment, and to see Jiggy, the tears roll down Jiggy's face, and if he doesn't cry, he's going to kill him.
Yeah, I know. She's really mad at this Jiggy guy, and as we know with letter B's, from what we remember from Volume 1, that letter B's cannot return to their hometown.
Yep.
Once they become...
Also, I just... out the fact that this is where I got confused, because earlier, when Lag was talking to the bird hunter man referred to Neri as a sheep, and then after Lag was chasing after her, now that she pulled out the letter and was showing it to him and everything, her coat that she was wearing was bundled up, but now it's open, and you can see that
she is a girl.
And then Yeah, and Neri's looking at her, and Lag's looking at her and is like, "Oh my God, Neri, you're a girl." And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, she's already been referred to as a she. Like, how have you not
picked that up? Yeah, like, see, that's why I kind of spoiled that a little early, because the main character didn't even realize it. And even a person who could see her first appearance just by her design alone, you can kind of tell she's.
Oh yeah, it's quite obvious.
It's quite obvious
that an idiot. So.
Yeah, that she's a bit feminine. Yeah, I mean, and even in her speech, and even in Japanese, her speech is a little feminine as well. So you can tell.
Either way, this entire reveal is quite pointless because as soon as it is made, a giant pipe comes down and hits Neri in the head as one of the mob members is going after the ticket. And you notice that the entire town starts trying to get their hands on this ticket. Because they all want to they all want to cross the bridge and get out of the town.
They want to leave this town because it's a poor town and they want to try to get a better life. You know what I mean? I don't blame a lot of these people. It's just
no, they all want what's best for them.
Yeah, I don't blame them, but come on, you don't have to beat a girl with a head with a lead pipe. Come on, it's not Clue.
Bunch of savages, man.
Yeah,
it's all poor people.
Yeah.
But people are nice people. Don't treat them poorly ever.
Yeah. No, that was a joke. That was a joke, people.
But this goes to probably my favorite scene of this entire chapter.
Just Maka looking at the pants.
That's not true. The steak is in the frying pan is probably my favorite. But either way, there's this probably the second best scene is it cuts back to Niche just
staring at the pants.
And then she sits there, and then you see Bird Hunter Man holding the frying pan with steak, still wheezing in the frying pan.
I know.
Holding it. And he's looking around the corner, seeing it's like, what is she doing? She's just staring at pants. And then she bolts and jumps out the window, and he's all. Well,
with the
she's
pants.
Naked. I saw her butt and all. And then he's like, shit, what am I saying? She's going to die.
Yeah,
sees her using her hair tendrils to climb down the building.
And he called her butt kid.
Yeah, butt kid. Like, butt kid, hey, you're gonna get hurt.
And you forgot your dog. You forgot your steak.
He notices that as he's watching her climb down with her hair, apparently everybody knows that the hair is the golden sword. I don't know where this.
Yeah, where he got that.
The golden sword just means hair, so.
Yeah, I don't know where he got this information already. Like, he's like, yeah, that's the golden sword. And, like, it's like, where'd you understand this information? Even the ringmaster who originally captured her didn't even know
didn't know what it was.
He just knew she had the golden sword inside her, not. Like,
but upon the discovery, he quickly writes down a delivery message for a Largo Lloyd.
Yeah.
And Harry is the hawk's name.
Yeah.
And he ties the message to the hawk's foot and is like, "Go to your master, Jiggy Pepper."
Yeah, which that bird must be Jiggy's dingo.
Which is weird. Why is this Largo Lloyd have it?
Yeah, I think this guy is Largo Lloyd. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean this is clearly him.
Yeah, it's clearly Largo.
But does he have Jiggy Pepper's dingo? Well,
they're in cahoots with something. Yeah, I mean him and Jiggy.
They got to be working together on something, some front, spying.
Some kind of shenanigans are going on with him and Jiggy. Yeah,
but this is where the chapter ends.
This is where
cuts back to Lag rushing over to Nair on the ground, and then he looks up over at the mob, and everybody's tearing the tag out they're tearing the past out of everybody's hands.
They're just fight. They're basically
they're going to use it. They're going to get out of here.
They're gonna fight. They're fighting each other over it. Yeah.
Yeah. Lag's just sitting there, tears welling up in his eye, and he's just like, "What's wrong with this place? This dead end town." Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, that we see so cool, like character design of Nietzsche, like showing her design.
I will say, like these next 3 chapters, like the final page in every chapter has like design stuff or like explanations of like translated words and what.
Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff. But these next 3 chapters, I guess like character concept art kind of stuff for Niche, and it's really cool just to see like the line work of her.
Just to see how she looks in this in the process of creating this manga. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it shows like how detailed that Hiroyuki Asada is with this series. And now we're gonna go on to the next chapter.
Chapter 4, Part 2.
Volume 2, Chapter 4, Part 2. Letter to Jiggy Pepper, Part 2. And now it seems to be like we're in a flashback, and Jiggy's back.
Yes, Jiggy's back as he's walking, leaving the
town.
And then as soon as he like leaves and like horizon, it's the last thing that Neri and Nero, her brother, they see is his back.
And it's like when Jiggy became a letter B, and then like he basically like
he left him.
Yeah,
he just left him there.
He left the town, and apparently these 2 kids really liked Jiggy.
They looked up.
They looked up
to
hero. Him. Yeah, that was their hero. And Lag's like, Neri, hold on.
Her away from the carnage as all these people are killing them.
Yeah, they're literally they have their pitchforks and shit out.
Yeah,
axes and pitchforks and torches.
They're killing each other over just this temporary pass to get over the bridge.
When literally they could probably just climb the mountain and go over.
They could try. I'm sure they'd probably die in the process. I don't know how the military works in this world, but...
Yeah, that's true. We don't know how the government works too well in this world just yet. We just know that letter Bs are technically government-run.
Yeah, even the military. Letter Bs are just delivery boys, let's be real.
Yeah, it's still...
a delivery service, my bad.
It's still part of the government, in a sense, too. Like, yeah, that's the only thing that we know.
Delivery people.
And the only thing we know that, like, government-wise in this world is, like, the world is divided into 3 sections. This world is divided into 3 sections. Akatsuki's where all the rich people are. Where all the rich and powerful people are.
Yep.
And then, like, and then it's like Usari seems to be where all the government workers are and shit. Like, and Yodaka is what people call the country side.
The southern, I guess, the outer reach of the world.
Yeah, but then Nietzsche comes to Lag's rescue with pants in hand.
Still holding the pants, not wearing them, just holding them.
Just holding them.
But she's there now, and she notices that Lag has a cut on his arm, and she goes all animal mode.
She goes all berserk mode, like, damn.
You see the pass has been stolen by some crazy
old man.
He starts running away, and then Niche falls down in front of him, and all because that's kind of her. She does, but she
doesn't kill the guy
and runs away.
She doesn't kill the guy, but she basically like literally cuts off all of his clothes and gets the pass.
His clothes, his beard, his hair.
Just everything.
Just cuts it all off.
And well, he does get a little blood geyser in his head, but you'll live through that.
Just a little bit, yeah. This is where Niche starts preparing to tear through this mob. Lag starts freaking out because he doesn't...
And Lag doesn't want people to get hurt, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But then you see her, she's fine. Everybody else is just kind of knocked out or possibly dead. I don't know. You don't really see any blood, but yeah, everybody's just on the ground.
I think everything's just knocked out.
Yeah, that's probably
and Lag's like, just like, calm down.
And in this brief moment of looking at each other,
and then Neri
wakes up and takes the path.
Yeah, she just goes yoink, and like runs off with the pass, and she's like, and basically Lag just shouts wait
to chase after her, but Niche stops him, and she says that's wrong, and she basically just keeps the base from the first chapter as well. Well, I mean from the previous chapter.
She's like, I'm your dingo. Say it.
She repeats every question that Lag throws at her, but replaces
with dingo.
Dingo Niche.
Dingo. She's like, say it. And it's hilarious. And it's still hilarious. It's still hilarious bicker bantering, and I like that between them.
Lag tries to explain to her that's like, look, we can talk about this later. If we don't get that pass, I don't become a letter B. You can't be my dingo. And then she goes into serious mode, and then
with steam coming out of her nostrils, and like, and then we see our good boy with steak.
Yeah, Largo still holding the frying pan, steak.
Hold the good boy steak.
But he stands up on his side, and you notice that like he's been on his right side this entire time, and when he stands up, his right side is up and weird.
Is like it looked like no, he was actually being cooked.
Yeah, he was being cooked. She was actually trying to cook him.
Yeah. He actually was being cooked, and that's why you see the frail fur on his side. That he was scorched.
I couldn't tell what that was at first. I was like, is that like those like bubbles? Like is his skin like boiling? But it's just like his fur, I guess, is all like
burning up,
and twisted. Yeah.
His fur was burning up from the pan. And it's just funny. He's like, let's go. And then all of a sudden, he realizes that she's not wearing the pants.
Like, you should put the pants on. This is where good old Lloyd is looking down on them and is like, he tamed the child of...
The child of Manga. I can't buy her anymore.
Yeah. I do like this one scene where there's this one panel where he's just standing on this rooftop and he's just thinking out loud to himself that it's like, wow, that's crazy. But the gate will deal with this mess when it comes to that. And there's just this person that just like opens up the window. It's like, hey, don't stand on people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That is funny. Just like, it's like, hey, shut up.
It's one of those things. I just always appreciate, because you always see like in anime and stuff like people running around on rooftops and whatnot, and
all the citizens are just quiet about it, and then you actually you actually see the one person go like, "Yo, shut the fuck
up." There's this one video. Probably my most favorite video game of all time. It's The Legend of Dragoon. And
oh yeah, you do talk about that a fair bit.
It's a great game. It's a clone basically, but it's a great. Enjoy it. But
was that for the original? Wait, by the way, was that for the original PlayStation?
Yep, PlayStation 1.
Sweet.
game back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, they one part where you can like run on thing, and it's like there's this one building in particular that you have to walk across it, because if you run across it, you stop, and then some guy walks out from the bottom and is like, "Hey kid, get off the freaking roof!" And then it like knocks you off and like go back through it. So it's like.
Like you rarely see that. Like you rarely see that fourth wall type of break.
Yeah, like it's always appreciated.
Yeah, especially in manga, like that's not like a gag related thing. And this is completely like a serious manga. Like story,
but it still got its comedy quirks and whatnot.
It does have its comedy, but like something this fourth wall break. Like, you don't see that too much with the guy going, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back on track.
Yeah, exactly. Even though we were just too amazed by the fourth wall break.
It's too good. It's too good. But, yeah, Lloyd makes a comment about how Harry the Hawk...
Harry the Hawk.
Reached, Jiggy by... Harry the... Probably has reached Jiggy by now.
Yeah, and, like... So we know Jiggy is probably close by.
Yeah.
For a hawk to be gone that long.
Yeah, I mean, hawks are pretty fast. Let's be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was a pretty big hawk too.
Yeah.
I'm sure it could have cleared enough distance. But,
that's true.
But yeah, you see Neri running towards the gate to cross it, and she starts having her own flashback where she's
about her brother.
Sees her brother. The letter to Jiggy.
Yeah,
she's getting mad about it.
Yeah, she's getting
writing to him isn't going to change anything.
Yeah, because like the little brother's the only one that didn't feel abandoned by Jiggy.
Yeah.
Like, and like.
And just like that, he's sick and he coughs like a lot, and he has some kind of terminal illness.
The terminal illness that like nobody knows about.
Yeah, the terrible illness of NPC. So he
the terrible NPC NPC illness. But then and we find out that Jiggy was the one who helped build that church.
Well, we don't find about that right now.
Well, yeah, but it's that's later. But we do see how good of a relationship that Nero and Neri had. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's like this flashback is taking place while the church is being built. And Neri is working on it. She's getting paid quite a lot to help construct it and whatnot. And she's telling her brother about how it's like once it's built, we can live there and play there. And I built a secret area just for us to sleep in too. And he's all amazed by it.
Yeah, it's like they could be comfortable.
Yeah, and this is like the bonding. Well, not really bonding, but this is a close moment.
Yeah, they're really close with each other, and and this is why she's really mad about Jiggy leaving too.
Yeah, Neri makes comments about how it's like she will always look after Nero, and she will always be with him, and all this stuff, and Nero wants to be the person to take care of her sister. You know what I mean? Since he's the boy. You know what I mean? He wants to take care of his sister. Be the man. Yeah, and but this is where Neri comes home the one day and
find that Nero's dead.
Well, not yet. She spends money on. They normally buy bread, but this day she spent money on honey muffins, which is crazy. But she comes in to see Nero is a letter.
Yeah,
and he's saying like, "I'm sorry, Jiggy," and she doesn't understand what he's talking about. But he finally finishes the letter that he wants to make. A week after that, Nero dies.
Yeah. It's kind of like his last words. Yeah, I mean, in Testament.
And that is why Neri wants to get the letter to Jiggy, because it's the last thing her brother wrote.
Yeah.
And it's she's convinced that
Jiggy did something wrong, and
yeah, it's him it's Nero scolding Jiggy for leaving them.
Yeah, and everybody, I just notice a lot of people like to refer important characters by full names.
Yeah, it's everyone's got their full name. Like, nobody uses nicknames.
Like,
apparently, Neri and Nero don't have names.
It's like everybody, like the NPC characters seem to like the people who are not like main characters seem to like to refer to people as their full name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now we see Neri go into the church.
Well, they go into wherever the Bifrost Bridge is, the bridge that connects to the town and everything. Which I gotta say, there's a lot of buildings.
Yeah,
throughout this series, and in the next couple of chapters, we'll get to the.
Yeah, there is a lot of architecture.
A lot of buildings that look very church-like. And I'm curious if that was like a thing that the author was going for.
Yeah, that it was intentional. Yeah, I'm curious about that too. Like, only if I can find out, pick Hiroyuki Asada's mind and find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
is there a reason why everything looks like a church? Every important building looks like a church?
Yeah. And then we kind of see her at this little bridge, and we see like a big shot of the man-made sun.
Yeah, a little bridge that all the way to the town, and this is where Neri is confused because it's like, but this is the bridge. How? And then the gate slams shut.
Yeah,
there's this man off to the side. He's the gatekeeper. Signal.
And I'm the Signal. I'm Signal, the gatekeeper.
I'm looking at this right now, and so like maybe you can explain it. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really need too much explanation. It's kind of
obvious.
This guy, he's got this bandage wrapped around his eyes and everything, but out from underneath the bottom parts of his eyes, like what a person's face, where their eyes would be underneath the bandage. There's these weird, like spiky, weird bits,
it's like a scars.
They're either scars, or maybe his eyes are like frosted over, or maybe he's growing feathers out of his eyes.
I think that might be I think that bandage might be a shadow actually, but
yeah,
I'm thinking that might be a shadow. Cause this is the first time since the manga ended I read this manga. So I mean, I don't remember, but like I think from what I heard, that's just shadow. It's not a bandage.
It's got wrinkles in it, so it kind of looks like it's something wrapped around his head.
It probably is.
Either way.
And then we see this dinosaur, like, lizard thing.
It's a giant gecko lizard looking thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Just jumps
out of nowhere. And it's like about to attack Neri. And then
the signal man explains the fact that the smoke from the pipe that he smokes is the signal to let the bridge through. Even though she has the pass, she's not approved to pass or cross the bridge or whatever. So it's like, because she has to die, and it's like his thing is just saying like your understanding is appreciated.
Yeah, I know. It's like, please understand, you have to die, but
yeah, you broke the rules. You have to die now.
But thank you for your understanding, and thank you for crossing the bridge to Usari. Have a nice day. that is basically what he says.
Yeah,
but not as unserious as I'm doing it.
It's basically what he said. Like this is gonna happen now.
Yeah, this is gonna happen. Just accept it.
Luckily, it doesn't. His lag shows up just in time.
Yeah, lag.
Protagonist should.
yeah, like protagonist should, comes up at the nick of time, and then
he has niche. The gate that closed down, and you see Steak is still on her head, and his right side is still all fluffed up.
Like it's still singed from the pan that she was trying to cook him in. And we see Lag in the next panel getting upset, like niche is falling and crashing right in front of the lizard.
Yeah, the lizard's just like knocking everybody all over the place.
and Lag's like, Niche, Steak, no!
No, I don't want you to die. And there's Neri.
Yeah, she's like, Neri, run away!
We gotta get out of here. But Neri dropped the Nero's
letter
sitting on the ground. And so I guess we kind of glanced over it, but Neri has this whole idea that like
the letter
is that they only do things for money, and they only like follow the government's rules and all this stuff. But this is where Lag runs to get the letter, and he's remembering talking to him about being a letter B and everything, and he's like, you don't like your idea of the job of a letter B is wrong. It's not what you think.
It is. Lag's basically spelling like, no, not all letter B's are like what you think, and
they're the letter lives to deliver to out to get it.
Yeah, and then we see like a little flashback panel of Gaucher.
Yeah, sitting there. Like, just talking to him.
Yeah, like, and it just shows, like, that letter B's protect the important hearts and hopes of the people. You know, I mean, that their job is to be the hope in the heart.
Yeah.
Right? And then we see Lag.
This critical moment, you see Lag's left eye, his magical amber eye.
Start sparkling up. And he's about to say, like, he knows that letter B is at risk of lives to deliver letters.
Yep. And even the gatekeeper is like, an eye of spirit amber? Crazy.
He's like, what is this? Spirit amber?
Lag. This is like a development thing that I'll talk about later on. Basically, Lag holds out his hand
and it shoots out sparkles of fire.
His laser pistol, he shoots it out of his hand. And Lag's all like, what the crap is happening? And,
the heart bullet came out of his hand.
Yeah, and it's going straight for the letter, and it hits it, and it carries it up into the air and everything.
And it distracts the lizard thing so Nietzsche can kill it.
Well, it doesn't kill it; it chops off his tail.
It distracts it, and
the light distracts it long enough for Nietzsche to get in and get that
tail
off its tail.
Yeah, and then we see Nero's heart in a sense.
Yes.
Through this letter,
basically it goes in and it explains that basically everybody's heart bullet is different in some
capacity,
and Lag's heart bullet's power is that it can show show the heart of other objects and whatnot, and
of cherished people's objects, and
and this is where it because the bullet hit the letter, it basically starts reading what Nero wrote down and what the letter is, and it's basically like Neri thought that it was a letter from
saying how much Nero hated Jiggy, which is
being like
opposite.
So disappointed and whatnot. But you find out that Nero is actually apologizing to Jiggy because they show this flashback where Nero and Jiggy are
talking to each other, and he said I'll get better, I'll be a great man like you are, and And he wants to protect his sister.
Yeah, and this is where like you see the Nero who pushes Jiggy to go because Jiggy doesn't want to go. He wants to stay with like everybody, but Nero says like that's not like dreams. You get stuff done. Like, hold yourself back. Go out there and be the man you want to be. And then like,
and Nero's going to
promises that he's going to look after Neri, and he's going to be a man just like Jiggy.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to be the man. He wants to be like the man he looks up to. You know what I mean? He wants to be like his hero, Jiggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Jiggy makes him promise that it's like you have to look after your sister then, and Nero promises that it's like he's going to grow up, he's going to get better, he's going to become strong, and he's going to protect his sister and everything. And but then it gets to the part where it's like he's dying and everything, so that Neri remembers. And he says, like, I'm sorry, Jiggy. In the letter, he writes about how he's sorry because he's too sick and he can't keep his promise, and then he ends up dying.
Yeah.
So this is it's just not the letter that Neri thought it was.
You know, this is just his last will of apology. Yeah, I mean, his will of apology and his heart that he feels terrible that Jiggy will never know that he couldn't keep his promise. And then we see Lag, Neri crying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we see Lag and Neri crying, and it shows that like that Lag is very powerful, bringing people's hearts together.
Yeah, like this is his thing. He can see people's true hearts and whatnot, and basically I'm assuming it's going to be the series where people misunderstand Lag to show people what other people really meant or what their true intentions were.
I want to see what people say like that to him, like that he's lying to them. Like, this is not what I really think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for that stuff to happen because that's gonna be some emotional roller coasters right there.
Yeah.
And then we see our good friend Henry the Hawk flying to a man,
flying over Jiggy Pepper himself.
Yeah, this must be Jiggy. And then we see a little character. And then that's when the chapter ends. And then we see character designs of Steak.
Yep. Now I would Nietzsche for all of them, but no, this one's all about Steak and his weird body.
Yeah. And he's food.
He's adorable. He's adorable and he's food.
Yeah, he's adorable. He's food. He's Steak. And now we're on to
the best part of it.
He's the best part of the manga. The manga's great even without Steak.
He's just a bonus.
Yeah, he's just an extra bit of flavor that we're all pleasantly surprised to have. And now we're going to go on to the next chapter, which is chapter 5 of the manga. Part 3 of Letter to Jiggy Pepper. And then now we go on to... But I like the little chapter cover here where it shows just Lag holding a letter, Steak having his eyes closed, like just like...
Yep, Steak just sitting there being Steak, and
Nietzsche just wrapping her hair around Lag.
Yeah, just hugging him, hugging him with her arms and her hair.
She's like, it's my leg.
We're gonna deliver the letter together, or he'll die.
Yeah, either by my hands or somebody else's hands, but not my hands. Not yet, at least.
Not yet.
And then we still see Nero's heart still shining in the air. You know?
I do like just like the I don't want to. I guess it's symbolism. I guess, or just like the artistic. Whenever somebody's like seeing their heart,
Yeah.
so just like there's a blinding light, and there's all these tiny stars raining down around
stars
everybody.
And sparkles. Yeah, I mean it's very nice. It's very beautiful, and it's like.
And so this is where Lag starts putting the pieces together.
That you were
wasn't actually disappointed. He was disappointed in himself more than anything.
Yeah. Like I said, Nero was just disappointed at himself, and he just wished for his sister's happiness. That's all he wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Neri takes a minute to like accept everything that's happening. She thinks, "You idiot! I was the one. I said it. I was the one that was going to protect you."
When he wanted to be the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like
their tears flowing down their face.
I just love the lights, the shadows, even when the sparkles of the heart show. Like it's still nice.
Yeah. It's like you definitely get the emotional impact of what's supposed to be happening here.
Like sometimes this is like a little more off a little tangent. This is why I kind of like manga a little more than anime. Even though it's nice to see it move, but just to see like things like this not move and see that it's just like you can tell what's going on just by the subtlety of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like there's just some things that manga can capture that an anime just can't do sometimes. And from what I remember,
agree with that.
From what I remember of the anime adaptation, it did it okay. It just didn't. It just doesn't have that subtlety that the manga has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's where I think a manga has over anime a little bit. Just the subtlety of things. And
I can agree with that.
And just that subtlety just does not translate well sometimes. And then back to we see our good old friend here.
Moving on from the sappy emotional stuff happening.
Yeah, we see our good. We see this guy say, "Boy, was that your hot bullet?"
Yeah, like why did the bullet come out of my hand? Like what's happening?
And we find out that Lloyd here is a rare animal hunter.
He's the rare animal hunter man.
Yep, named Lloyd. And Lag's like, "Oh shit! Did he see Nietzsche's sword?" And we see him kind of smile.
Yeah, like he knows. He's fully aware of it. We all know that he's aware.
Yeah, we all know that he's aware of it. That
this is the part that I was talking about, where he means to. I mean, like what I was saying about getting into later. This is the part where, like when Lag shot the heart bullet out of his hand, and he wasn't sure what was happening. Lloyd basically explains that it's like.
The gun is just a tool, really. You can do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to use it.
Yeah, the amber is just like the conduit that like takes the heart energy into the gun and then forms it into a bullet and then fires it out at the enemy or whatever.
Yeah.
But because the amber is part of Lag's body, basically.
Like he doesn't really need the gun as much.
Yeah, he's like gun. He can shoot it out himself because the energy is being channeled through him, rather with like everybody else is channeled through
the gun. It's
through the weapon that they have. I'm sure there's other things than just guns.
Well, it's also channeled through their heart too, but like but
I mean from the heart into the amber and through the gun.
Yeah, but since the amber is a part of Lag, it's just It's just his whole body is just the weapon.
Yeah.
Which that's really cool though. It's cooler than like most power-ups, I would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's really cool. It's just like, character syndrome. Obviously, he's the strongest letter B that's ever going to be in history, but
yeah, it does suffer a little bit of that main character syndrome, but
like it's good. Like I mean,
it's a little more,
the logic behind all of it makes sense. So
it's a little more It's a little more creative than just like automatically getting a new superpower.
Yeah,
like
exactly
during a fight or like. Yeah, I mean, it's at least explained better than most automatic superpowers are. And then
this is also where Lloyd explains the fact that he's the everybody's heart bullet does different things. Like, and Lag's ability is to sense the heart contained in objects.
Yeah, exactly. He does explain that, and it's cool that normally we would have to wait so long for an explanation like this, but just right out of the blue, this Lloyd guy
walks up and is like, yeah, this is exactly what's happening.
Yeah, this is what your power does, man. There you go. Like that's actually really cool. Normally we'd be waiting like halfway through the series for something like this to be explained. In a lot of cases.
Yeah.
But here they
right up front.
This manga really likes to do its world building a lot.
Yeah.
It's very unapologetic about its world building. And he just realized the heart, and Lag's like the heart that's connected to objects. And the sensitivity that you probably feel from containing a strong heart.
Yeah.
And he see
apparently they're still going on, showing a memory.
Yeah, which that's kind of cool. Where it actually kind of turns out to be like a TV screen.
It's kind of cool, but it's one of those things where it's just like, has that been there the entire time?
Yeah,
it's been running.
It's just like
how much have we missed because?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because of Lloyd and everybody talking.
It's like going to the movie theater and there's that guy up in the front that's having his conversation with his girlfriend or whatever, and
or the guy,
everybody from the movie.
The guy, or the guy in the far left on his cell phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just wondering, you're just wondering what happened, and then they realize they're thinking about something about the church.
Jiggy always said that he wanted to make the church.
Yeah.
Or he wanted to make the biggest church in all the land. They were wondering if Jiggy is responsible for the construction of this church. But Neri's all like, don't be crazy. He wouldn't do that. He's not.
Yeah, they were thinking about they're just wondering they're actually thinking, they're wondering, was Jiggy the one who was the one that built that church? And then one of my favorite panels comes up very soon, and the one I used for the thumbnail of this video for this podcast is part of the panel.
Oh.
Yes, one of my favorite panels will come up very soon. But then they're arguing about his feelings about is it really true that Jiggy did this? But Neri gives back the past to Lag. Yeah, I mean,
yep.
Realizing that she was kind of being a bitch about it, but understandable at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I mean, she had her reasons. It wasn't a bad thing exactly.
But it still was kind of funny at she's when Lloyd just yeah, she took your shit and ran.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Don't trust people, kids.
Yeah, seriously, you're just gotta take your shit and run. And then they're hurry up and go to the Usari, and just and she just explains just be exactly like Jiggy.
Yeah, become a the money that you turn people's hearts into money, or sell hearts into money, just like
Jiggy. And
this
here's
is when Lag comes up and is like,
let's test Jiggy's heart. This is the panel I used in the thumbnail.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, this panel.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. It is a good panel, and I just liked it. When I was reading in Japanese, it was just as powerful, and I used that panel in the thumbnail, and that's one of the reasons I loved it. Just asking people to test Jiggy's heart, you know?
Yeah.
and then we see from far away, we see our friend Lloyd, like, just coming out the manga, he
he kind of holds his hands out and is like,
it's like, don't attack me.
And Niche whips her hair blades off the singed fur
from Steak. Give Steak a nice haircut.
And I gotta say, this is probably my favorite panel, where after she cuts off, and then there's just a small panel where Lloyd is just like looking at Steak, and he's got all these like charisma sparkle around him as his hair is majestically being blown in the wind.
Yeah, it's just like
he's fabulous.
The fabulous good boy Steak. And she's like, "Let's go, Steak." And you see him just like prancing along. I just love Steak.
So good.
He is best character, I think.
Yeah.
I think
but this is one of the bigger reveals that happens.
Yeah.
Is, you find, well, first of all, you find out that the gatekeeper's name is Camus, which I doubt that's ever going to be important ever.
Yeah,
but,
well, it might
he
be.
Says like
it might be later.
Who knows? But yeah, so Lloyd talks to Camus and is like, "Hey, how's it going, man?" And then Camus is like, "Hey, don't use my old name, Mr. Lloyd." And
because his name is now Signal.
Yeah, Signal, the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
And they're talking about Maka and how the child of Maka, and the fact that she managed to cut off the lizard's tail, and the fact that Lag can like control
can actually control her emotions and.
Yeah, and also the amber being in his eye and the amount of power the stuff is beyond what he knew about it. And then it's revealed that
he's the director of the Hive.
He is the director of the Hive, Director Lloyd.
Director Lloyd. We love him. He's a cool character. I think Lloyd was actually a pretty cool character.
I gotta say, from the brief moments that we see of him in the next couple of chapters,
he seems to be an ally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More than an enemy. You know what I mean? That's what I like about him so far. He seems to be more of an ally than an enemy. And then we see Neri. She's like, "What? You're gonna shoot the church?"
Yeah, that's not. Upset anybody.
Yeah, I'm surprised that this wasn't edited in. I don't know if this was edited in the American release, because shooting at churches doesn't sound like.
Oh no, there's been a couple incidents that I think people would frown upon this.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen anyway. So
just a tad bit. Even though this manga came out way before that, but those incidents happened. But shit.
So anyway, those things happen, and this is a manga, and it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Lag. This is where we finally see Lag named his own bullet.
Yeah, he used it. He called the.
This is one of those things where it's like I would like to, if I can't see it in motion, if I can't see an animated form, see the colored pages for it, because Lag calls his ability Akibari, Akibari, which is translate to red needle. Now,
which
Goshi uses black needle, and then Lag uses
a red one,
red needle, because it's it's the only move that basically, and so he named his after Goshi's, who like taught him and everything. But also the fact that the thing that, like if you forgot, the amber that's in Lag's eye is red, and that there is no red amber, but except for that one in his eye.
Yeah,
but
it's an extremely rare amber.
So it's like,
it's extremely rare amber. That's
yeah. So I just want to know, like, is all this entire time that that Lag's been like using his heart energy and everything, has his energy been red? Was Gochi's energy black? Like, I don't know these things because it's in black and white. But
yeah, it would that'd be cool if it was, but I don't know. It's been a while since I watched the anime, and I don't know if how well they did that.
Yeah,
but like, I think his thing was red, from what I remember. You know what I mean?
Okay, I mean that makes sense.
And he shoots the church, and we see our good old Sparkles. And they go up.
It's not really doing anything though. So, like a genius, knowing full well that every time you fire a heart bullet, you fire a part of your own heart.
Yep.
So just start shooting all around.
Yeah, he just keeps like Akabari.
Until he finally collapses.
Yeah, he finally when he finally collapses, it starts to work.
Well, he realizes. Well, there's this whole.
There's a whole exchange between Nietzsche and Neri too, like
because Lag falls over, and so Neri tries to walk forward, and Niche steps in the way and is like, "If you try to hurt him, I'll kill you."
And she's like, "I hate you."
Yeah.
And Neri's like, "This kid."
Yeah, but Lag's all like, say things like that. That's bad.
Like, that's not good. Come on, Nietzsche. Like, it's okay.
But yeah. So they did exactly what we talked about. They talked about how it's like every time you stop doing it or you'll die. Yeah. He's all like, "Nah, man, I'm good. I'll do it anyway."
Yeah, because
he feels sorry for Jiggy.
Yeah, like because he feels sorry. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, he feels sorry for Jiggy, and he feels sorry for Nero, and he wants to know the truth. He wants to
there's this whole sequence where it's like he remembers seeing Goshi's memories and everything.
Yeah,
he left his sister, in her paralyzed state. Well, she has paralyzed legs, but in her like paralyzed state, and he's trying to earn money to like help her and everything like that. And so like he thinks that Pepper is like the exact same, where it's like he didn't turn his back on them. He's
like
he's helping them.
He wants to help. I mean, but at the beginning of the manga, like you can't return to your hometown once you become a letter B.
Yeah. There's a point that's like all the letter Bs, we're trying to fight for the happiness of the ones they care about.
Yeah.
And this is like Mary's all like, "Oh my god, that makes sense."
Yeah, that makes total sense now. Like,
and so they basically they just like talk for a bit. Figure out that's like the only thing that was constructed in in Usari, and that came to the church fully made and everything, was the bell. So that's where Lag decides to shoot next.
Yeah, exactly. That's the next thing he shoots, his heart bullet at the bell. Boom.
And that's where you see, and it works, and it makes a giant.
It makes a giant
sound. It makes a giant bright light, and you start seeing
a flashback.
You start. That's really dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You start seeing the memories of Jiggy Pepper.
Yeah.
And how like Jiggy's all like, I want to build a bell and send it to the church being built in that in his hometown, and all the other people are like, what are you even doing this for? Like, this is stupid.
Like,
and he's all like,
why,
no,
why do you want to do that?
Make it.
Just like he's like, I don't give a shit. Just do it.
Yeah. And this is where you first actually see his like entire face, and this is what I was talking about a little bit earlier. You see his like full face and his whole design. He looks so serious, and like he's got the cross
scar and everything,
which you know
that he's been through, that he's been through some shit.
And so at like Jiggy Pepper, spoiler alert, this is his last chapter, and then he doesn't show up in the next 2 chapters.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking that Jiggy is going to end up being some kind of like rival antagonist kind of character, where
or kind of more like a secret
or something,
or maybe like a secret helper type character.
Yeah, ally kind of thing, maybe something like that. But he obviously looked like with the cross. He obviously looks like a character that's going to be important to the plot at some point.
Yeah. I think I'm not trying to spoil anything from what I remember. I think he is like one of the more crucial characters.
Yeah, that does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, just from the look of it, he looks like he's supposed to be crucial. And
but yeah, Jiggy goes on to one of the people asked like, "Why do you need a bell that big?" or something like that, and he says like, "It's a symbol. If we look up at this bell, we'd see the stars whether we want to or not."
Yep.
And he makes he quotes like I think it's like a Buddhist quote that like he basically changes it a bit, but it's basically.
Yeah, I think it is
says, yeah, it's well, I mean, like the quote that he says anyway is, "I know you are just by reaching up and trying, but even so, if you look up at the stars and just stretch out your hands, it's not like you'll bring back a handful of mud." Which is basically like he's like reach for the stars, you'll grab something,
you'll reach if you reach for it, you'll achieve something, and
yeah.
You're not. It might not be the thing you might want completely, but it'll still be something. It's better than nothing. Yeah, like
anything's better than nothing.
Yeah, that is a very nice quote. I will admit. Like it is.
He does make a comment here that I'm just reading right now. He says, "Someday I know my brother and sister will catch a star." Now. They talk about like being like close, like family, but
but we don't know.
My whole thing is like you see like the guys Pepper, and then there's Neri and Narrow, but you never know their last name. So is it Neri Pepper and Narrow Pepper, or like? Well, this is Japanese. Is it Jiggy Neri and Jiggy Narrow, or like
no?
What?
It's Jiggy Pepper. Well, Jiggy Pepper is his full name.
Well, yeah, his name. I'm talking about Neri and Narrow. Like, are they actually brother and sister, or is it just like we grew up together, so we're family?
I think it's implied that they are brother and sister, but that's what that's what it's implied.
Okay.
Yeah. But it could be just they grew up together. Yeah, I mean, they just as like street kids, as street kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this town, so like they're like the only family that they have, type of thing. And then we see Neri like look up to the stars at the bell, and it's just Jiggy, and we hear the bell toll. Just
and it's shining in the distance. The sound rings across the land.
Yeah.
And then it jumps to a part where Jiggy Pepper is at, and apparently
he delivered some medicine.
Medicine to some child, and she's all thankful for it and everything. And Jiggy's all happy about it, so he jumps on. I think he has a motorcycle. Yeah, he has a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's cool.
He reads because the director sent him a letter saying like come to this town and collect the the golden sword, the child of Maka or whatever. And so like he reads it and is like, but I doubt it's an official work, so reject it. And he just throws it away.
Yeah.
And then he hears the bells sound and he's like, oh man. And the thing is, one of the memories that Nero had when he was writing.
What he wrote in the letter, saying, "Don't ever change, Jiggy."
Yeah, he says, "Don't ever change, Jiggy." And Jiggy, like hearing the bell, Jiggy remembers that quote.
Keep on smiling and keep on shining like a star. And
yeah, it's a very heartfelt moment.
Yeah, it's a very nice moment that Jiggy has. That Jiggy, Neri, and even Nero from Beyond the Grave. Have. Yeah. And Leg.
Of course, Lag is unconscious because he used his heart bullet too many times.
And Manga's just sitting on him.
With her hair blades out, ready to kill anybody that comes near.
It's just funny. And Steak is just, sleeping.
Yep. And Nero finally thanks Lag for...
Neri, yeah.
Letter. Yeah, Neri.
And she's like, she feels like she shouldn't have give up on letter B's now. And everybody said
they're not terrible people.
Yeah, and she says the full name, Lag Seeing. He's just and she says
unconscious.
And she thanks Lag, his unconscious Lag, for delivering her letter, and then you see Lag with a nice little smile on his face, you know?
Yep.
Now he did a job well done, and now we see some more designs of Nietzsche.
With her hair blades all out, slashing around. Well, not really slashing around, but with all their hair blades extended and everything.
It's it's early rough sketches of Nietzsche and Steak.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Nice Nietzsche and Steak content. We always need a good bit of steak and Nietzsche on our side.
You can't have a good steak. I'm sure that's a quote somewhere.
Yeah, and now we're going to go on to chapter 6 of the manga and the next chapter of volume 2. We
are finally done with the Jiggy Pepper
saga
sequence.
Yeah, the Jiggy Pepper saga so far. But
now they're going to Yasari Central, Nocturne 13, Beehive Post Office.
And now we're finally going to make it to the Beehive.
Ooh. Finally get to meet all the other letter Bs that are, in this town.
Yeah, exactly. We finally get to do, we finally see where the letter Bs come from, And everybody's asking what animal's riding on her head, and he's called Steak.
Nietzsche's Steak.
Steak. And
to the gatekeeper, he's about to open the door and everything, and Lag Seeing and his live bait dingo confirmed. Live bait.
Which
that makes sense, yeah.
That Steak is live bait.
Unless he was talking about Nietzsche, either way.
Either or. And he thinks, and it shows nice architecture of the buildings, and he just says thanks, thanks gatekeeper.
And then he walks down this spiral staircase,
which that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. This is our. When I, become a billionaire and want my own castle, it's going to be spiral staircases everywhere.
And then you wish and then when you're old, then you wish I wish I built escalators.
No, they're going to be the spiral staircases, and then when I get old and can't, or I'm going to get one of those staircase seat chair things that rotate.
Oh,
spiral down them.
Oh God.
At 1 mile an hour, but either way, I'll get there eventually.
I'm coming. Okay, now we see back that Neri wants to earn money. She's got to try to earn money to get her own stamp to leave this town. You know what I mean? She's got to do it the honest way and not...
Yeah, she's going to earn the stamp, send the letter herself.
To Jiggy.
Officially.
Yeah. And, yeah, and someday that... And she said someday she won't lose to Jiggy. You know what I mean? And they become good little friends, you know?
Yeah. You know, just like all anime protagonists, the protagonist shows up and makes friends with everybody.
Exactly.
You tried to kill me, now we're friends.
Yay! But, and he's like, we'll meet again. I just have to do my best to. And then we see our little lizard friend on a chain.
He's pulling the chain to, like, I guess, activate the
gate
mechanism that works the gate. And Lag apologizes for cutting off his tail.
Yeah. How the gate opened looks really cool too. It's just like,
yeah.
So cool.
I was confused at first when
you read it.
It would be like, well, yeah, where it was just like, you know, they pull the chain or whatever, and you see this like weird, like wavy, like jagged, like stretches off to the to Yasari.
Yeah,
it's called the Bifrost, and I thought that the bridge was like this weird. So, okay, so as much as I hate Bleach, Bleach where and want the captain of the 13th squad, the healing squad or whatever, are like running from, I think it's Hueco Moon.
Yeah, I guess.
And as they're walking, they have to like create a spirit bridge or whatever to the depths of the abyss and die forever, or whatever the fuck's the plot with that. But so they create this spirit bridge and they're running through it, and it's like, so this is what I thought it was. I thought it was just like a bridge, solidified spirit energy or something like that, but it turns out it's actually just a real bridge being suspended just up to the water, to the top of the water's ledge, and like the water is just kind of like brushing over top of it, and the effect that it makes just looks really cool.
Yeah, and then like when they do it parts the water a bit, so they can actually walk on it, which that is really cool. And like you still see you can see a cool shot of the man-made sun, like and that's Yusari is like right next to the cat. Like I think it's almost really close to the capital of Akatsuki.
Yeah.
And I bet you this is probably the safest like bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, I could believe it,
because it's like. I don't think Gaichu like water too much. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too many bugs that swim, other than spiders and whatnot. But
yeah, but and he's like, wait, Dingo, Nietzsche.
He keeps trying to get him to call her Dingo.
Like call her Dingo, and this Dingo's not gonna eat your baby, so. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. But anyways, they're walking along the path, and Steak just looks adorable trying to walk and swim. And it's like... And Nietzsche's just getting really stubborn about it, too. She's like, Dingo, Nietzsche, go say it! Say it!
The Lag does say that like he formally offers, it's like the exam coming up to become the interview exam to become a bee and everything. Will you act as my dingo? And she like suddenly is like, holy crap, he said it, and then puts the pants back on.
Yeah, it's just like a shocking revelation, like. She said it with like a little sweat drop on her head, on her hair, and she just like looks like she struggles to put the pants on.
Yeah, she gets real angry and throws the pants on. It's like, I'm go niche, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this dingo niche, and she's all angry and happy at the same time.
And then Steak jumps into the water and starts drowning because apparently he can't swim.
Oh,
Go
no.
figure, a mouth with legs can't swim.
But aren't all tiny dogs like this mouth with legs?
I guess.
Except for pugs, they're adorable.
Like small dog, schnauts and everything. His mouth seems to go from from the tip of the dog's snout all the way back to its hind legs.
Yes.
So
it's literally from literally the tip of his nose to all the way to his ass.
He is literally 90% mouth. So
that's funny.
Either way, Lag jumps in to save Steak, and then Nietzsche dives in to save both of them.
Yep, and now they're all soaking wet. And Nietzsche has her hair out that looks like a clothes.
Yeah, to help dry their clothing as they're walking.
That's kind of cool. But
but
I'm thinking now, as I read this, I was thinking about this. Wouldn't they get hypothermia? Because nighttime, it's usually colder at night.
Yeah, I imagine they probably would.
They would get hypothermia really easy, because in a world that's night, I guess maybe their bodies are adapted to the cold because of adapted to the night so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe, possibly.
So, hypothermia doesn't really exist too much in this world.
Maybe you're just overthinking it. Maybe the fact that
yeah, you're right.
Magical, his magical spirit stone eye that saves his life. Nietzsche's half demon, and Steak is whatever the fuck Steak is. So.
Yeah.
I mean, he survived being burned alive, so being cooked alive.
Yeah, so you're right. So I'm probably just overthinking. And then we see Connor.
No, you don't. You see the keeper on the Bifrost, on the Usari side of the Bifrost.
Well, yeah.
But, he's basically the exact twin. So
yeah, we see the gatekeeper's signal. He's like, no, I'm the twin.
Yeah, and even says, "Are you twins?" And he's like, "Please go through." He doesn't even bother answering.
He's like, "I don't give a shit, kid. Just go."
Good old friend Connor.
Yeah,
for Lag to go up.
Good old boy Connor here. He's like he was so worried about Lag. Yeah,
had to show up to make sure he got there okay.
Yep. And I'm glad. Were you able to deliver the letter girl safely? No, I was like, no, she's right here. and Connor's like, the truth is, this kid became my dingo.
Lag says that, and then Connor's like, but what is this thing? And you see his Steak trying to
eat Connor. And it's like he barely can do it.
Yeah.
He can't finish a Connor.
Connor's a very large man, so.
Well, with Lag, he could probably down Lag really easy, but.
Yeah.
But Connor, he's a big old boy. You know what I mean? So I don't think it would take a few bites.
I'm gonna make a comment here. So, after this whole exchange and everything, they hop on Connor's cart and they start going off, and Lag takes off pretty much all of his clothes, and Niche is sitting there with her hairs
as a clothesline.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at this. If you see in the previous panel, you look at Lag. He's wearing his shirt, he's wearing his pants, and everything like that. And then it cuts to the next page where he's guessing those are his underwear, and it's like, I think his underwear is bigger than his pants, and I don't understand how the physics of that.
Well, he did say when he gave a pair to Nietzsche that, like, they're a little big, you know what I mean? Like, they're a little big because I guess it's, like, just for him to grow into them.
Yeah, but Nietzsche is smaller than him, so I figured he was saying they're a little big because she's smaller than him.
But I guess they're a little big on him, too, yeah. Well, there is a pull string, you know what I mean? So, like, he could probably adjust them.
Probably.
So I'm thinking now that the Maka are probably just like a demon race. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That could be it.
That could be it. It's like, because Connor makes a comment of like the rumored kid of the blood of Maka. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the blood of Maka. Yeah.
And Maka's trying to be all polite. It's like Connor introduces himself like, Nico, this is my Dingo Gas. And so she's like, I'm nice to meet you, I'm Nietzsche.
And she's just kind of...
And she's dozing off.
Has her eyes... And Steak looks like he's gonna eat somebody.
And Steak, he looks like he's gonna have some noms tonight. He's like, I'm gonna nut. He's like, Steak's like, don't you turn your back on me, boy. I'm gonna eat you.
Turn your back if you dare.
I bet like just twirling his little mustache while doing
it. I need to see a picture of being on the side of railroad tracks, twirling his mustache with Nietzsche tied to railroad tracks or something. With a
little top hat and with a little monocle.
Yeah, little top hat, monocle, twirling his mustache.
And with a cape, with a tiny cape. That would be so funny.
Oh, man. I gotta make that now. I'll work on that later.
That will be the best. Apparently, because now the sky's a little brighter in Usari, I mean... Because they're more close.
Because it's got the giant star.
Because they're closer to the man-made sun. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Now they're making it to Central Usari.
Yeah. And once they get to the central area, like you start seeing like there's trees with leaves, and there's all these different like buildings and everything.
Like
it looks like a really
nice
proper town, really really beautiful area.
Yeah, it looks like a really nice town, and like. Oh yeah, and he makes a comment about Sylviette, which is Gache's sister.
Yeah, he wants to go see Gache's sister, and there's this. The Connor, he has an ellipses, and then he's like, "Yeah, after your exam is over, let's go meet up with her."
Yeah, that'll be cool. And they're like, "We're here," and they finally make it to the beehive, which
Hachinosu.
Nosu. Also knows
translate that.
Hachinosu.
That translate to.
Like Hachinosu, it's like.
Is it the beehive? Is it?
Yeah, basically. It basically translates to that. I mean.
So what you're telling me is that the killer lived Hachinosus.
Yeah, in a sense.
Okay. Just making sure. Which I don't know if wasps actually live in a nest. I'm pretty sure only bees do.
Yeah.
But either way.
Well, no, wasps have nests. Bees have hives.
Okay.
And,
either way, we approach this very church-like...
Yeah. Which, I understand a lot of churches look nice, but everywhere doesn't need to be a church.
I'm just saying that it's like, this is, the beehive and everything, and there's a giant, like, I'm assuming it's stained glass, it's black and white, I can't tell, but a stained glass, like, with a giant, like, star on it and everything, and I get it, it probably represents, like, the man-made star or whatever, but, if it's, like, the beehive, wouldn't it make more sense to have the letter B logo in there or something? Or
in the stained glass window, a bee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like
not like the letter B, but like
B.
An actual BB.
The symbol for the letter B's is an actual B. So like I was thinking like something like that, but
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe the man-made star makes more sense. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, because it's closer to the capital and stuff. Like
all I'm saying is this beehive has a distinct lack of bees.
Yeah, you're right. It does. And Lag's finally like, I'm finally here to post office, and he's basically half fucking naked.
Yep, still. He's wearing gloves, boots, and his underwear, and he runs in, opens the door, and
his underwear looks like it's half
introducing himself to everybody.
It looks like his underwear is halfway like falling off him.
That's what I'm saying. His underwear looks bigger, and it's weird.
Yeah. I think it's just the thing where you buy kids clothing that's a couple sizes bigger just so they like you don't have to buy a lot of clothing for them and just they'll grow into it.
I guess.
Type of deal.
I guess.
That just me maybe overthinking it, but I'm thinking that's how it is.
I do like that Lag walks into the building and
he's all smiles,
like, all formal and everything, and then Nietzsche looks.
Nietzsche and
like,
Steak.
I better do the same thing, and so they stand straight exactly.
Yeah, Nietzsche and Steak just look at him like, what?
Oh god, we should probably be doing that too.
Yeah, and Lag's just all happy.
Yep. He takes in a deep breath and he says, "It's nice to meet everybody. I'm Lag Seeing," and everyone's just sitting there doing their.
I came from Camelitus, and I'm here for my B-test interview. And here's my dingo Nietzsche and Steak.
And Steak. I like how he has two dingoes, even though he doesn't really technically control Steak.
Yeah, Steak is just Steak, and I like how Steak sparkles.
Yep, he's so charismatic, man. He has all the charisma sparkles.
Yeah, that's true. He is. He probably is the most charismatic character of it.
I mean, he's definitely more charismatic than Lag is. Walking into the beehive half naked.
Yeah, and Connor's like, "You huge pants siblings." Like, stop it.
Huge pants siblings. Oh, man.
But I don't have. Be strong and have a good life. Be strong and have a good life. And everybody just starts feeling bad for him because they think he's like a peasant.
Yeah. Who is that naked peasant boy?
Like, oh my god. Oh yeah, this kid with the bowl cut. And he's like, where the hell is...
bowl cut kid.
He's like, where the hell is Jambel? Jambel. You reach of
Yodaka.
Me. That's just how he sounds in my head.
He is the series from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, he is.
Like, I never watched the anime. I don't know if this character.
You are fond of my bug army.
Exact Weevil.
Yeah, he does look like Weevil, but he probably. It would be funny though if in the anime it was the same Japanese voice actor of Weevil. Yeah, that would be.
I would pay money to see it. I would.
That would be hilarious. And then we see the other guy next to him, and like this guy just keeps like berating him a little bit, Connor keeps telling him, like, dude, you just gotta tone it down a bit, you know.
You can't be all enthusiastic like that.
I know you're excited, but come on, just take it down a notch.
And then we see the assistant director.
Yes, the assistant director, which
Aria,
yeah.
Which, if you remember, that is Gaucher's girlfriend.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, girl-ish friend. I don't think it's ever really stated that she's his girlfriend, but yeah.
Yeah, like, well, we just say it's a love interest.
Yeah, love interest.
Yeah. And then, like, Lag just sees, like, just notices, like, gets a glimpse in her head, like, that's Aria.
That's the girl.
That's the girl.
And I will say this is probably the best moment. Like, oh hey, have you seen Goche? Well, how's Goche doing? But he doesn't. So
nobody
moving on from that.
Nobody responds to that. You know what I mean? Yeah, nobody would respond to that. You know what I mean? That would be the
way.
Good. Yeah, but nobody. But everybody just keeps on like.
This is the prime moment to bring it up, and never does.
Yeah. Well, they bring it up later, but that's
that's for later.
That's for later, but everybody's like, put on some clothes, man.
Puts on pants and is walking, and then Arya is like, put on. So
yeah, they put on a shirt too. It's like she was okay without the pants, but she draws a line at no shirt.
Yeah.
But
they walk into the director, and he stands up and is like, "Welcome to the Beehive. We meet again, boy and girl." And you see Director Lloyd. And I gotta say, like with this new like design that he's got with the suit and the
tie and everything,
he's not wearing like a cowl or anything. He's got his hair like flowing. He's got his glasses on. Like he looks like a character.
Yeah, he looks like a
that's what I saw when I first saw him.
When you saw like what did you think he looked like? Like he looked like a good character.
He looks like a character from Castlevania.
Oh yeah, he does actually. He kind of has that. I think
he could probably be a vampire or a vampire hunter. Either way works.
Yeah, he kind of has that Simon Belmont-esque looking design.
Yeah,
but if Simon Belmont would just look like with what he did during his day job, you know what I mean?
Yeah. When he's not out hunting Dracula, he's ordering the Beezor.
Yeah, exactly. Our Simon Belmont Lloyd here. And
Lag immediately tries to get Nietzsche to hide.
Like, hide, Nietzsche! It's the rare animal buyer.
It's like, oh, do you know them, director? It's like, yeah, you could say that. And Lag goes on about how it's like, Nietzsche, you're after Nietzsche. I'm going to. You won't ever take her. Like, we're going to fight. She's my dingo and my friend, and like, you can't have her. You're the.
She's like, buying and selling animals is unforgivable. Like, huh? Direct, and he just really comes to the realization that he's the director.
Yep.
And Nietzsche just looks even madder.
Probably longer than it should take for him to realize that. But yeah.
But that is the extra bit of comedy that's there.
Yeah.
Because you gotta have
the director.
You gotta have to give a character like that his like dumb moments. Like, wait, what?
And the director even says that like he was after the child of Maka because he wanted it for his dingo, but it looks like that'll be difficult as she already is a dingo.
Yeah, well, it's like he's not going to keep pursuing it. You know, I mean, that's the thing. That's what it looks like, at least, or who knows? He might be a dastardly mustache twirling bastard and try to take her later on.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Because people kind of flip around a bit in this series a little.
Then we meet the two new characters, the two newbies, Mackie G,
and Richard Belzers,
and his dingo Raja. Yeah, and then the other guy, let's see if I can get this guy's name right. Richard Belzarius B. Bectorius Jr., 13 years old, and his dingo,
the Golden Ball Lizard.
Rubenius Bregoria Bonjolia II.
Bonjolario.
I'm not gonna lie. The second this guy was introduced, I was like, "Oh God, just kill him! Just kill him now!
Just kill him off!" Yeah, and Steak just look. They look at each other.
He strikes down Steak with. tail because he's some kind of like iron ball lizard, and they have a giant, massive club on the ends of their tail. The Ankylos or the Ankylosaurus,
whatever lizard.
Yeah, the giant dinosaur that has a club on its tail. That's what this lizard is.
Yeah, but like a mini version of it.
Yeah.
And he just beats the piss out of Snake. It's Steak.
Yeah. And Nietzsche has to come in and protect them.
Yeah.
And this
12-year
know-it-all freaking kid starts talking about anything about iron ball tail, and the bigger the ball, the better the lizard, and if you stand behind it, it's gonna whack you.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe you got this far and you didn't even know the basics about this animal you've never seen.
Like, did you buy it in OTAKU or something?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like
he just needs to die. Like, that's just it. Like, there's no redemption for this character already. He's already shown up and fucked himself up. He needs to die.
Yeah, and so and Lag's like, everybody's like, we'll carry out the test now. Like, we'll give you a copy of it.
Like, that's enough. This is what's going to happen now.
Yeah, the
3 new candidates.
Yeah, shit's gonna go down. So, and he's. And it's like, and it's just funny. The kid that we all hate, with all the B's in the world, in his name. He's like, I have a question, and she's like, nope, I can't answer those.
Arya's like, I can't answer any questions. Get out of here.
Get out of here, she's like, get out of here, you little shit.
And you see the director in the background already asleep, not even paying attention.
Like, he's like, he's like, I'm checked out.
But the best moment in the scene is, or in this page right here, where the other guy, Mackie G, is like, "Hey, are you going by cart?"
He's like, "By cart."
And the guy's all like, "You can't be serious. I have the best automobile." But then he looks down at his lizard and he realizes the iron ball's been cut off from its tail. And who has it?
Neat.
What is that, Nietzsche?
Meat.
It's meat. She has the iron ball on top of her head,
and she's like, and they just never do anything about it.
Nope. Nietzsche even says, like, "Are you glad that thing tried to attack you and I took it down?"
He's like, "I did it as your dingo." Just all like happy about it.
Yep. And they say it's like, "Well, I don't know if I can eat it to Connor. He'll probably eat it."
Yeah, exactly. And then we see by the end, he's eating it.
Yep. just eating it like a corn cob.
Yeah, exactly. He's eating it. So I was like, hey, it works. It all worked out, and that ends chapter 5, and then.
I guess we should. It's not even worth mentioning because the top corner of the final page, but it says that he dropped out due to mental shock. So.
Oh yeah. So we never see that guy again. We never see the guy with all the B's in the world in his name.
Deal with that guy again. Which I was very happy for, because as soon as he was introduced, I was like, well, this is my least favorite character already.
Thank God we didn't have to give this character a redemption arc.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, that character just does not deserve it. A redemption arc.
No.
Like, and another...
If he comes back, I hope he comes back to be used as canon.
Yeah, exactly. That he gets, like, sacrificed or something.
We're gonna fight this giant Gaichu. Quick, bowl cut man, you go make a distraction.
And the Gaichu just like eats him alive.
Oh just man, be so good.
That would be funny. But now we're on to the final chapter of this volume, which will be chapter 7, Raspberry Hill. I like some of
the Hill of Raspberries.
I do like some of the chapter names though too. Like
they're pretty nice.
They're pretty nice naming. It's pretty nice naming for the chapters. And now we see the marble blanket apartments. And I guess that's where people.
That's where they're going.
That's where they're going to stay
going
at.
To meet to have the
exam taken.
Explained to them.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Nice shot of well, I guess it's the title page.
Yeah, it's like the title page.
Yeah, you see Lag
and
Nietzsche and Steak
just sleeping together. It's all cuddled up. I just like that. Like Steak just got his butt in Lag's face.
Yep, that makes sense.
His mouth butt. Because literally,
no, his mouth is in front of his butt. It's okay.
Yeah, but no, it's like because like look when you see it drawn, it's all the way to the crack.
Goes all the way back to his hind legs.
All the way to the crack of his ass, like
90% mouth, man. I don't know how this creature lives, but apparently it does.
It doesn't live without saying, "Kill me."
So,
okay, now when we see everybody, we see Leg and Mackie G. I like that guy's name, Mackie G.
He's a good character.
Yeah, he's a good character. Like he looks cool, and then we see Ari with these two little Usopp girls.
Yeah, Hansel and Gretel, if they're sisters.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, exactly. The little girls with long noses.
Very ugly. They're ugly. I don't like them at all. And
yeah, but their name is Miru and Sukaru. That's what their names are.
Yeah.
And one of them just calls Lag a wimp.
Yeah, it's like, you look like a wimp.
Yeah, like they're like, wimp. And it's just like they're all nice to Mackie G, but when they go up to him, they just call him a wimp.
Yeah. But these girls are ordinary people. They're just there to help with the test or whatever.
They're just ordinary people. They just help out with the exam.
Yeah, in exchange for postage discount.
Ah, okay. So they actually have a stake in their discounts and stuff. I didn't know they even do that. That's cool.
Yeah.
But their objective is they're gonna deliver to a destination. Deliver a copy of a letter to the designated destination.
They gotta
go
Hill to reach Raspberry
Town.
And the Raspberry Hill area is a Gaichu area, so there's danger there.
Yeah, it's infested with Gaichu, so yeah, it's gonna be very dangerous.
Yes.
And then
they say it's like there's only one route. The only route they can take, so they have to go through the Gaichu area to get there, and that's probably why the test is like that. And then
it kind of weeds out all the
they show they have spirit stones, and they show the different guns and everything, and arm yourselves for your quest.
And Lag's like, oh no, I don't need one.
Yeah, I don't really need one. I already have a spirit stone and a gun. And Mackie is like, he holds up a pistol and is like, I'll probably be fine with that, but these Gaichu are pretty hard to take down. I'll take the giant rifle instead.
Yeah, he just takes the rifle. Like, she's like, Lag, please choose one. It's like, I don't need one. I got my own spirit ammo and gun. It's like, she's like, really?
She's like, really? Oh, okay then. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
And then Lag's the letter for sure. Don't you worry. What's her name? He gets it wrong, and the girl
Sudopika
constantly repeats it.
He calls her Sudopika, and it's Sudakaru. Sudakaru. And this is the 10th B aptitude exam test, and Run-up groups applicants have failed. Like, people fail in this exam. They say a lot of people fail in this exam.
Yep,
apparently.
I think 22 teams.
Yeah.
Right? Groups of applicants have failed, and the test that has danger in it, and all of it, 57 applicants were injured in some way.
In some capacity. There's very little safety involving with this test.
Yeah. Like, this is what we do. Take the
and like they and
fight
they have
the kaiju.
You have to remember that you're carrying a real letter, so please put all your effort into it.
Yep.
And then the delivery.
Good luck, and then begin.
Yeah, and they begin their quest to deliver the letter, and the addresses are exactly the same. We see this guy.
They have copies of the same exact letter. They just have to go deliver it.
Yeah, and
you kind of get like a little more feel for this
Mackie G guy.
He starts explaining that it's like he's not like poor, but he is from like a more southern area of the country, so he's looked down on. He is more poor than most people, he's all like, we have to
stick together,
prove ourselves. We have to show them what we got, kind of thing.
Yeah, we have to stick together as people, as country bumpkins. Yeah, I mean, in a sense.
We're a bunch of country bumpkins.
Yeah. and Nietzsche just wants to tail the other dingo.
And Mackie G has his dingo is a regular dog, it looks like, or some kind of like wolf dog kind of thing.
Yeah. And she's like, is that tail made of meat too?
It's like, you can't have another.
You can't have another tail. No. Bandage.
And this is one of those things that's like, I really wish that like the manga was colored just in general, because it's like, now where they refer to things as being colored, but it's like, how are you supposed to know black and white? Like they talk about like there's this one shot of the Arya is looking down from a window on Flag and his dingo and everything before they set out, and she says like he has silver hair and sepia colored eyes. Like, how are you supposed to know that if it's in black and white?
And now we know what kind of race he is. He's Alabastan.
Yeah, like an Alabastian child. Like, at first I thought that was like, is that like some child? But no, that's just like the part of the country that he's from.
Now we know what kind of race of he is, and
same as him.
Well,
him be.
Here, like with some manga, they do offer in digital form. They do offer colored versions, like digitally colored versions of manga. Like I know, One Piece they do offer in Japanese. In One Piece they offer digitally covered. Majin Tante no Gaminero they offer it in color. There's several manga that they do offer in color, but when I looked for digitally for this, they didn't offer this one in color, which that's a shame.
Yeah, it really is.
Like this one, I think this one would benefit with color. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But it also has its advantages of being just monochrome as well.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not a problem that it's in black and white. Like I'm fine with it. It's just things that's like when they bring up color. It's like, well, do that like.
Yeah, you kind of have to like you kind of have to use your imagination a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we see
you could have had like brown hair and green eyes. Like there's nothing that ever said that like he had different he didn't have that until this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Chapter either way. Moving on, they set off for their journey. And yes, and then we see another letter B with I'm assuming it's a him or her, I don't know, a dingo named Vashka. Vashka.
Yeah, and
she's some kind of like panther.
Which, like, well, that's kind of cool. Like, this
yeah, I mean, I would love to have a panther as a pet. Like, if it wouldn't kill me.
Yeah, if it didn't smell my blood and kill me every time I get a cut.
Yeah. We see Mackie G and his
dingo walking along.
Yeah, they took car, and they see the town in the distance. Didn't go any further, so they had to do it the rest on foot, and that's when it appears.
This Gaichu,
this giant centipede-looking Gaichu, and Mackie G does not look too happy about it.
He's not too pleased to see this thing.
Nah.
It's just like, what? No. He's like,
trying to see. Yeah, it's the Glen Keith. I don't know what exactly that is, but normally they have translations for why it's called a Glen Keith or something like that. But nope, it's just called a Glen Keith.
And it's a young one too, so it's still a baby apparently.
And the letter B that's observing the test is like, oh man, like this one is the first to arrive. Like this test is going to be a serious pain in the ass.
Yeah, seriously, and Mackie G doesn't seem like he can do the spirit amber thing too well.
He doesn't know how to use spirit energy at all, and his dingo Raja ran off immediately, so it's not even there.
Oh my god, he's just alone now.
He is dead. He's just dead.
That was your dingo that ran off ages ago? Damn.
It ran off ages ago.
Yeah,
you are a low quality examinee.
And this person calls him like a low quality examinee.
Yep.
And he's basically saying he's just basically calling out to the mayor and his mom.
Yeah, mother, Mr. Mayor, I let you all down.
I can't beat this thing.
Yep. And then a bolt out from the forest. Who could it be?
It is.
It's Lexi and his dingo Niche and his sub dingo Steak.
It's Niche and Steak.
Even in combat polite, where he jumps over the other letter B observationist and is like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, excuse me, and they're just battle ready. Yeah, I mean they're just fighting. They're fighting this Gaichu. They're kicking ass and taking names.
And even the B is like, what just happened? Who was that?
Like who is this? It's a combo attack, and you see a little screen of Gotcha and Lag through their memories.
Yeah.
And Steak.
Good old Steak.
Steak's fighting too, and he's...
Well, Steak just kind of jumps on top of the giant Gaichu as Nietzsche runs out. The Gaichu fires out some spikes, and she and then as the use an attack, but it's ineffective, and but then they note. And then notices that Steak is on top of the monster's head,
showing him where to aim.
You gotta go up there, and so she throws Lag to the top of the monster, and then he sees his tail to point at the monster's weak point.
and you know what? And he's this big splash panel is so cool. Of Lag shooting the bullet, using his Akabari.
He loads the bullet. Like the bullets I shoot out are shards of my heart. And then so he shouts, "Cry out, Akabari!"
Akabari! Just bam! It just looks so cool. And they just take down that Gaichu.
Apparently, it's not dead. They blow off its head, but it still burrows underground and gets away.
He's like, "Oh, I got a splitting head."
But
no, I'm sorry about that.
either way, Lag mud, and then he gets up and is like, "Oh my god, this is terrible."
And I just love the panel where Meech and Steak are like covered in mud, and it's just like, and it just
giant creature.
Yeah, it just looks like they're now. It's like a one creature now.
It's so good.
And Lag just like, who the hell are you?
But Lag is worried. And then they finally get to the town and deliver it, but it's covered in mud and is all ruined and everything. And the old
this old lady,
grandson.
Yeah, this old lady.
She's
like,
very upset
about it, and like, and then we saw that Mr. Mackie G came and had made himself at home.
Mr. Mackie G took down the monster and decided to turn and walk away while it was dying. And so he ended up getting there first.
Yeah, and Lag was actually doing all the hard work.
Yeah. He was there. He took a shower and everything. He feels great. Delivered was perfectly fine.
Yeah, exactly. And then we see our examiner. Her name is Zaji. And
she comes in. And she
yeah, it's a she.
And is named Mrs. Morris, and she says the exam is like, for your trouble, free stamp set for your trouble. In exchange for them, you can exchange them for money as well. And the lady's all like, "Oh, complimentary. Well, fuck, I'll take that," and just walks off with it.
Yeah, and like, "Oh yes, thank you." And
a free stamp set. Hell yeah!
I'll take those stamps from your young child.
Collect those stamps.
Maybe I
can't find these on stamps.com.
Well, maybe my stamp collection is worth something.
But before she goes, she asks for the complete letter, and so she gets it. And then she knows, apparently, that Lag's ability is to see the heart of letters. So she asks Lag to shoot it. And he's like, well, okay, then, I guess.
Yeah, Zaji asks Lag to shoot the letter. And, yeah, she explains, yeah, I know your power. Just do it. And don't hold back.
So he shoots it, and he sees the memory that good...
That Mackie G.
He had his letter was also destroyed, but he decided to open it up and read it, and decided to
rewrite it,
copyright it. Yeah, like write it himself. And he makes a thing that it's like, oh man, this is such bad handwriting. This will be easy to forge.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. We find out how he's kind of dastardly as well.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, he even makes a point that it's like, he sees it and he's like, oh no. And then he picks up his gun and is like, he made that up. That kid's from
Yotaka.
The poor people. They're all liars out there. And this Zaji character apparently barrel shotgun. I don't understand the examining.
Yes.
Because I would have picked that up. But yeah, he's like, hand over your gun and your spirit amber and get out of here.
You cannot forge heart, and that's it. Like, and yeah, we see that he was secretly dastardly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta say, like, he didn't seem like a bad guy. He was just like, he wanted his job.
He wants
so he decided to like,
and
it was ruined, and he just got
caught.
He decided he tried to like defend himself.
And try to throw Lag under the bus, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just like, I was really upset when this happened, because I thought
Mackie G would be like
cool your dog character, like somebody that and try and like me flag, but constantly try to like get up to his level or something. But nope, he's just an asshole that loses the.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's true. He's just another asshole. That's just like just trying to get a letter B job just to have a cushy life as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just doing it for the money, not for the actual reasons of being a letter B.
Yeah, not for the heart.
Yeah.
And then we find out Lag asks about Gotche. She mentions that the current record holder.
She mentioned, he was almost completing the job, but the only other Jiggy Pepper did it like pretty quickly, and then she explains that it's like she took an entire week to do it, and the only other person that holds the record was Gochi.
Yeah, Gotche, yeah.
But he's not a letter B, and so that Lag is now currently the record holder, and Lag's just like, but wait a minute, not a letter B anymore? And
yeah,
that's where we stop.
That's where we stop, Volume 2. Ooh, boy.
I gotta say, I was a little surprised. Like
we thought he'd be running the place or something.
Well, like I didn't. But like, he would look into Lag's mom's disappearance and everything.
Maybe
the government wouldn't like that, so they would try and like shut him down or something like that. So I figured he would like something.
Maybe
he would just like,
or they kidnapped him or something.
Yeah, he would just disappear or something like that. That's how I thought it was going.
Yeah.
Think he would stop being a letter B. So this actually caught me off guard.
Ah, man, like it did too. Like I thought, like maybe he's like, yeah, maybe there's something. There might be more secrets to Goshe that we don't know.
Yeah,
and there just might be more secrets to him, and like he might be in the capital, and or who knows, Yade, or for all we know, he might be just.
I mean, like it's probably like he did like look into Lag's mother's disappearance and like intervened somehow and basically told the director like, hey, we're taking this guy, like he's not a letter B anymore, and so like the director himself spread the rumor that like he's not a letter B or something like that. Maybe something like that happened.
Or maybe Goshe told him to do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe Goshe is just in hiding. Like, who knows?
Yeah, that's... Ah, man, I can't wait for the next volume, you know what I mean? We're 2 down, 18 more volumes to go on Tegami Bachi.
I can't wait. I'm fully invested. Like, I'm super excited to see where this goes. This series is already not what I expected it to be. So the more it goes on, the more just like, oh crap, they're just like, where is this going? I need to know.
Yeah, I know. It is very good. I think it was one of the best that Monthly Jump / Jump Square had to offer at the time.
Yeah.
Like in that magazine, I don't read a whole lot of stuff from that magazine. Like I only read currently the only thing I read is like the current gag manga Biori and Beat, the Vandal Buster.
Yeah.
Like whenever that pops up, because Beat always goes on hiatus a lot. So I mean,
as somebody that reads D. Gray Man, I know full well how that goes.
Yeah, D. Grayman's is in the same magazine now too.
Yeah, just constantly just hiatus after hiatus. Like, just fucking finish it. I need to know.
I know. Hey, now you know how half the Hunter x Hunter fans feel too. Like D. Grayman and fans and Hunter x Hunter fans have a lot in common. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Because, with a manga that goes on hiatus, it's so much. Hell, any fans of manga that are like Beat, I would say Beat, Bastard, and Hunter x Hunter and D. Grayman, which are all Jump manga that keep going on hiatus. all have their fans all have something in common. They just want those manga to end. You know?
Yeah.
All right. So, final thoughts on this volume?
Loved it.
Especially the whole Jiggy Pepper saga.
The Jiggy Pepper sequence. I actually really like how that ended. Like I like the fact that it was like, the whole thing was like, oh, Jiggy Pepper's a bad guy. It's like, oh, he's a I really like that twist. I thought it was really nice.
Yeah, everybody was painting Jiggy to be like this horrible human being when he's really probably the best guy on the planet. Yeah,
he's a really cool dude. And everybody else is just jealous because they're not him. But
and we had some fun with our good boy Steak.
Yeah, like I said, I was not sold on Steak when he was
his first.
Is this going to be? Yeah, it's just going to be like some stupid animal character that's just going to tag around the party. Like, no, just kill it off. I don't want it anymore. But like by the end of he grew on me. He's a good boy. I like him.
Yeah, we fell in love with good old Steak, who is 90% mouth.
Yes, 90% mouth, and like these last two chapters where it was bowl cut guy. I'm very happy that he's not a character. I wish he like I hated him the second he appeared.
Yeah, I know. You and me both hated him.
Yeah, like neither of us wanted
because he just
he's just the rich whiny
snot brat.
Yeah, he needed to go away. So I'm so glad that PG. I'm upset that he ended up being a bad character. I thought better character, but I get lag seeing is the only main character. Can't be any others.
Yeah, there can't be a part. I don't think there's gonna be I don't know if they're like letter B's have parties and stuff. Like have like a party. Like so far, I would say the only other honorable party member that they would have, like ally, I guess, would be like Connor.
Yeah,
really?
I mean, like thinking about it now, like I don't know what kind of delivery you would have to need two or more letter B's to go on. So I don't think there would be like giant groups of them.
Yeah, exactly. The only reason, I guess that's right, because the only reason that Connor had lag in the first place was just to deliver lag to you, sorry, in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess Connor might be like a character that we see more.
I can see Connor being like just the helpful character, like whenever hub world or the hub town, like he run the conversation of them or something like that.
Yeah, and and we see he's more of an ally. But he's not in your face all the time. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's just to keep things simple a little bit too.
Yeah,
just having Lag and Nietzsche and Steak. I mean, I think that's probably enough characters main characters to deal with.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah, because they gotta go all over Amber Ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows where this story's? I certainly don't.
No, I don't know either. It's like I said, I haven't read it since it ended. So I don't know where it's gonna take. I don't remember where this manga is gonna take. You know what I mean? And if you watch the anime, you're only going up to volume 10. Yeah, I mean, it's worth of material. Yeah. So
there's still 10 more volumes after that.
Yeah, exactly. You still got to go through 10 more volumes worth of material to figure out what the end is. And and you think the chapter length of this is like this now? Wait till we get to later volumes, you know?
I was gonna say actually, these last couple of chapters didn't feel that long.
They didn't feel long.
It was because we also Yeah, maybe it was because we also read Berserk, but like while we were reading, like I remember the first couple of chapters of this, or the first volume of this. I remember the chapters being longer,
Yeah,
and
but
then
no,
like
these chapters are not long. It's
feel
just
that way.
the amount of chapters will start increasing.
Yeah. Like this was like what, like 5 chapters,
Yeah,
pretty much.
pretty much like 5 chapters, and this will
Yeah.
increase. As the volumes go on, it keeps increasing the numbers.
Oh boy, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and yeah. Next week we'll be reading Berserk, and
That's gonna be fun.
stay tuned. Stay tuned later on for a manga talk mini where we talk about like currently reading manga that we're not reading for the podcast, and just what we can recommend later on. But yeah, next week we'll be reading Volume 2 of Berserk, and I will leave in the description where you can go purchase the manga physically or digitally in English and Japanese.
Support the official release.
Yes, always support the official release. Try not to support scans if you can. I know money can be tight, and I understand, like, hell, scans are... I can understand why publishers don't like scans, but still, if you can avoid it, and if you can afford it, support the official release.
Go for it.
Yeah. Alright. Bye.
Bye.